I'd like to invite on stage someone we're all very familiar with, one of the first faces we've seen when we came into UNM, the Director of International Student and Scholar Services and the Associate Director of Global Education Office, Linda Melville.
I think everybody in the room, well, most of you are students here. So if you don't know me, my name is Linda Melville. I'm the Director for International Student and Scholar Services. And I'm really honored to be here today. I hope you guys will consider inviting people who are not from Bangladesh so they can learn more about your culture and see the great performances that we're about to see. But actually, this is not my first experience with Mother Language Day. About 10 years ago, some of the first students from Bangladesh, probably longer than that now, came to me and said, oh, we need your help. We're putting together this celebration for Mother Language Day. And I am a former linguistics major and a language lover, and I said, well, what is that? What does it mean? Do they only celebrate in Bangladesh? And what actually is it? So at the time I looked it up and found out those statistics that you were just citing, that in 1952 there were a bunch of people who protested and who were, many of them were killed in defense of Bangla as an official language. And what you might not know is that that protest actually extended then to the rest of the world, and I guess in 1999 it led UNESCO to observe February 21st as the International Mother Language Day. So we have Bangladesh to thank for that. It's really wonderful that language is recognized. As anybody who loves language knows, language and culture are inextricable from each other, and our language does shape our worldview, as well as describe and sometimes define our values and our perspectives. And in the world where we live in, especially here in New Mexico, in this place, where there's been so much historical and systematic destruction of language and culture, it's important to acknowledge that language is important to cultural preservation. So Bangladesh has, in this way, really led the world in the important recognition that language is valuable and language is sacred. And I personally thank you all and your country for those gifts. So just for good measure, I looked up a few other facts about Bangladesh, and I was thinking maybe there'd be some more non-Bangladeshis in the room, but maybe you guys don't know these facts, I'm not quite sure. The top 3 facts that I gleaned from looking at the internet briefly was, number 1, Bangladesh is the 8th most populous country in the world. Did you guys know that?
Yes.
It's the 8th largest population in the world. That's pretty significant, right? The second thing was it's one of the most densely populated countries on the planet, right? Which has a lot of significance as well. And then the third biggest fact was that it has the 4th largest population of Muslims in the world, which I am sure most of my fellow Americans know nothing about. So I hope you will continue to share your culture with all of us here at the university and in New Mexico. Here at UNM, Bangladeshi students make up the 4th largest group in the international student population, 60-some individuals, as was just mentioned. And so you all are a very important part of our community. And I'm, again, honored to be invited here today and to learn more about your culture and your traditions. And again, I hope you'll continue to share and have us invite other fellow international students next time as we get back all from COVID, as was just talked about. People are still reluctant to come out, but I feel it coming. I think the wave of in-person is coming back, and so thank you very much for inviting me today, and I really look forward to the celebration.